Hey guys, it's Elon from Inside Fighting, and I have one of my favorite people in the world right here, Mr. Milos from Plantation, Florida, Wing Chun professional. This guy changed my opinion on Wing Chun. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, there's been a storm, and it stopped my recording midway, so we're redoing everything right now, so stay tuned. This has been a crazy day for us over here.
Pow, pow, inside fighting, yeah. Dangerous martial arts. Pow, pow, ooh, ah.
Guys, there's a part 2 to this. It's actually an entirely different video. It's on Milos' channel. I just want to give a shout out. It's going to be in the description below. I'm going to copy and paste this in the beginning of the video too, just to make sure you guys all know this. We're going to be breaking down really good quality, interesting approaches of Wing Chun fighting. So if you want really cool examples of Wing Chun being trained properly, being trained with contact, I found some good videos, and Milos is going to break them down. He's the #1 guy for this. So, excuse me, hop on over to his channel after you're done watching this video and enjoy those videos as well. All right, so what I want to jump into right away with you, which is what we're doing today, which is a fun little thing. We're going to look at some street fights. Milos is going to give his opinion on they're really wacky street fights. They're hilarious. Milos is going to explain some of how Wing Chun would work in these situations. And let me tell you, his approach to Wing Chun is different and better than almost any approach I've seen in martial arts in general. So I love training with you. So let's just get your insight on some of these wonderful little hilarious street fights. Oh, wait, let me show it from the beginning. So just so you guys have context, this guy came in very cocky to start a fight.
What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
And he's just talking crap.
What's up, nigga? What's up? What's up? What's up, nigga? Run
And
out!
down, chin up,
What's up? What you running for?
hyper confident.
What you running for? Swing again. I'm a catch. Swing again. I'm a catch. Swing again. I'm a catch. Swing again. I'm a catch.
Why do neither of them have shoes on? I just realized that.
No.
Very random.
You can't fight. You scared. Come on, hit me. Hit me.
Hey, look at how his demeanor changes after he gets hit. Amazing. He's a whole different. He ran to the grass. He was looking for a safe haven in the grass. Okay, so let's just play this in the background as you kind of explain how Wing Chun would deal with this and kind of the things he did right and wrong, the guy.
So let me tell you first what the guy who got attacked, the guy with the shoes. It's easy. Or shoes or socks?
Socks.
The socks. So the guy with the socks, what he did right, he maintained distance because he was afraid in the beginning. So you see, it's the next when they turn. Now you can see he's getting confident because he sees that the attacker is not willing to really attack, because he was cocky, he was intimidating, but then he maintained all the time the distance, so he could see that the attacker got weaker in his confidence. So he gained confidence pretty well. And the way the attacker talked, because the attacker said one key sentence, swing again and then I'm gonna get you. And this is no one who is confident is gonna say that to you, okay? Because if I get out of the car and I wanna punch you, I don't talk. I come, do my job, go home. Okay, but when I start to just talk to the Muhammad Ali talk, you do this, I do this to you. Come on, bring it. Come on, bring it. You don't want to fight. You want to just have a dignified outcome of the situation. Okay, yes. So the so-called victim, he did something very well. He maintained the distance to save time, to bring up confidence. And if someone who's a victim, who's afraid, gains confidence like this in a realistic fight situation, is going to be a very dangerous contender.
You were talking about something called a magnetic field before. I really like that.
Yes. So what we say in Wing Chun, we have a magnetic zone field around us. Okay, it's like a circle around us. So a magnetic zone field means my magnetic zone field starts or stops where my opponent, the attacker, is able to touch me. Okay, when he is able to just straight out his leg and touch me or maintain contact. And this is then, we work like a magnet. Okay, we don't wait until he comes in. When he approaches my magnetic zone field, I'm here, the magnet, and he's here, and I'm like, boom, okay, very quick, very hard, very vicious, okay. So the moment he steps in, you went forward, you start forward, launching vicious strikes and not stopping, bringing all in, okay, for 3 to 5 minutes, all in, bring him down, finish your thing, turn around, and go home. This is how Wing Chun works, because we wait until he steps into the magnetic zone fields, and then we attack.
It's interesting. I call it, the red zone, but it's the same philosophy. But this next fight that I'm about to put on is a good example, because this guy who's wearing this vest, he's clearly the aggressor. The other guy doesn't seem to want to move forward. He's moving back. This is exactly where Wing Chun, you would just hold your ground, and when this guy with the yellow vest was stepping in, you would have just blitzed in and attacked him. This would have been over very, very quick.
Yes. So the moment before, when he did launched his first strike, and he just trembled forward a little bit, it popped up an idea in my old Kyokushinkai times. I would just do a slightly backstep diagonal and just launch a mawashi.
Yeah.
towards his head.
Dangerous in the street, but I've been hit with a Mawashigiri in the head, and it's not fun. I've been KO'd a little bit because of that. I got hit behind the ear one time in Kyokushin. I got kicked behind the ear, and I was just on the ground. I'm like, how did I get here?
I had a heel kick, okay, Ura Mawashi heel kick to my jaw, and I was for 3 weeks not able to chew. So yeah.
Well, I mean, these guys are just an absolute mess. He's pulling on his hair, but it seems like the guy with the
look here, he has the advantage to turn around to kick him. He's not doing this, so
he's walking away and giving his back.
Yeah.
But it's because he doesn't want to fight. This guy needs to train Wing Chun. That's he needs to go to Plantation, Florida, to train with Milos. But you could see, so even the stance, right? So Wing Chun would approach standing completely different. They're leaning forward. They're trying to bait each other in. Wing Chun, what I've noticed, and you can elaborate on it, is you just stay put. You stay in your zone. You stay in your protective kind of field, and then you explode forward.
Yes. And this is one of the most important things what we have to understand in Wing Chun. The pursuing step to go forward, like in this arrow angle, this is an advanced step. And you should execute this when you're really confident in your attacking techniques and you practice a lot. But the first steps you should do in Wing Chun, and everyone should do to have a safe compartment first, is the crab step, which is the side step, and you can execute it just sideways or diagonal, or even if you have to diagonal backwards, or the back step at all, because someone who runs at you, your first reaction is like to step back for a moment. And if you practice it the right way, you will always be able the whole time to launch strikes and punches. And this is what saves you in this situation. So this is what a lot of Wing Chun people don't understand, but they should practice it like that. And this is what would help this guy without the vest.
Well, what's very interesting is okay, so look here. He gives his back up a lot.
Yeah.
He just walks away. So right here, before he hits the guy, I don't know where I lost it, but he was walking away here. He turns his back. See, he's turning his back there again. And exactly what you're talking about. If he just stayed put, he does here. If he just let the guy come in on him and just came forward, he would end the fight very quickly. But look, once again, he's trying to just de-escalate. There's a point where you have to defend yourself.
No, you see clearly he's de-escalating. He's holding up the hand. The parliamentary, and he's like, oh, hey, stop it. Don't fight.
I kind of feel bad for him in this situation, but yeah, the approach to Wing Chun here, see how he's staying put right now? If he just stayed here exactly like you say, that was his opportunity to come in. Instead, he keeps moving back. He keeps putting himself at the end range of the other guy's punch, and it results in him getting knocked out. Does Wing Chun have answers to being on the ground like this?
Yes, it has. It has. So the same movements we do stand-wise, we do on the ground too. But you have to understand it. You have to practice it. And a lot of people are too comfortable to go on the ground and practice it. And yeah, we have firm floors. We don't have mats. And in the beginning, it's uncomfortable, but then you get used to this. But you have to practice it. Everything you want to be capable of, you have to practice it. You have to go through that, because you do a wrong movement, you hurt yourself a little bit. And yeah, it's not comfortable, but it is what it is. Okay. Yeah. It's never comfortable. It's the highest pressure our nervous system and our psyche has to stand. The highest pressure. There's no higher pressure than someone attacking you.
Well, I'd love to come in and do a ground fighting video with you once my leg is all
Good.
healed up. Look at this position I paused here. Full back, guy chasing him, doesn't even defend himself. This is like just basic fundamentals. Like, this is crazy to do. The guy could just take out a knife and stab you in the back. And then even here, he just really doesn't want to fight. Anyway, kind of sad, but the next video is very, very good. The next video is a guy who clearly has boxing experience, like legit boxing experience, being challenged by a guy who doesn't have boxing experience. And we really see the difference in the quality of the guy. Literally has a superpower compared to the guy he's fighting. It's like he can't be touched and he could just touch him whenever he wants. It must be very demoralizing. But let's watch. This is one of the things that I think is a great example. Let me just put it back to the beginning here. Look at that. Right out of range and then counters. And again, right out of range. Counters. Right out of range. Counters. They just, just fundamental good boxing.
Look at this. You know what I like? When he does this slight backstep movement and then he gets him from the side. And this is one of the best things you can do if someone just comes forward.
Beautiful.
Great. I really like it.
So Wing Chun here, this is, okay, you always hear Wing Chun, go do it in the ring, go fight a guy like this. I think it's a stupid argument. You're not trying to train people to be pro athletes. But if Wing Chun is dealing with a guy who can manage distance like this, what's the approach? Like, this guy has an incredible, his superpower seems to be being right on the end of your punch and then countering over top.
So what I like about this guy, he is well trained, or he has a great feeling for distance and timing. Okay, because he gets the guy always in the right spot on the right time. So how we deal in Wing Chun with moves like that, we have patterns of movements, techniques. We call them throw out a net. Okay, so if someone comes with movements like this, haymaker movements or round movements, this is how you always maintain to have your arm between his arm and your face. But this is something you should practice. And in the beginning, you get hurt. Your head shakes a little bit. You get a little bit rocked because you're doing things wrong. And this is how you learn. We only learn through those mistakes. So in one of your videos, you said, and you're totally right, and this is what I tell everyone who asks me, what is the fastest, best approach to have a legit capability in a realistic situation? Train boxing. Okay, because they target the head, and this is how you take someone out. They target constantly the head. So they learn to take the head away, move the head, and to bring yourself into the right position to target the head. This is how you take someone out, okay? So this is why boxing is one of the best things to learn quick self-defense. But if you doubt in that way of practicing because you don't want to have constantly punches in your face, and we have to say it as it is. Usually no one who is my height or my size, my shape, will try to attack me. If he has a receiver, maybe a blade or a weapon, another weapon, he would. But otherwise, no one looks for contenders. Everyone looks for victims. Okay?
Quote, yeah.
And this is what happens. This guy, if he is 2, 3, 4 inch higher, taller than I am, okay? He appears even higher, and he has an advantage of physics. So someone who thinks about, okay, I have to go to boxing, but what if someone is bigger and taller? Then he looks for other martial arts systems that have so-called a more various, smarter approach to deal with the opponent's force. If he comes in, so you can add on some kicks, you can add on how to disbalance him to bring him down. And this is where all the other martial arts come in. And when we understand that the Wing Chun martial arts were founded by women, okay? And this was a time back then, 400 years ago, that the time in China was very violent and vicious. So how was it possible to have a system that is not based on just brute force, force against force, to survive? Because of the sophistication, but of the merciless attitude towards the attacker. Wing Chun is about merciless, viciously attacking first.
Yeah, that's what makes all the difference in a fight. Usually the person who just goes for it and attacks first.
Yep.
Guys, there's a part 2 to this. It's actually an entirely different video. It's on Milos' channel. I just want to give a shout out. It's going to be in the description below. I'm going to copy and paste this in the beginning of the video too, just to make sure you guys all know this. We're going to be breaking down really good quality interesting approaches of Wing Chun fighting. So if you want really cool examples of Wing Chun being trained properly, being trained with contact, I found some good videos, and Milos is going to break them down. He's the #1 guy for this. So, excuse me, hop on over to his channel after you're done watching this video and enjoy those videos as well. Thank you, Milos.
Thank you very much.